Also at 5 o'clock now, a death investigation in Miami after a teenage girl suddenly passed away this last weekend. She was only 17 years old and she leaves behind a very young daughter.
The investigation into what caused her death, that is just getting started. Local 10's Nikki Mohan is live in Miami with the sad details. Nikki.
Lauren, Calvin, so many questions surrounding the death of the 17-year-old girl who, according to her mother, was in state custody. It was very difficult for this very private mother to come forward, but she said she did it because she needs answers as to how her little girl died.
I don't know how she died. I haven't ID'd her. I haven't seen a body. They're telling me that there is no body.
Vicki Menard is looking for answers. Her 17-year-old Christine McGowan is dead. Her body found last Saturday. Menard says McGowan was in the care of a Department of Children and Families group home facility. Her daughter, the mother of a 3-year-old, had been in state custody for 2 years. The single mother of 4 said she had hoped the state could help her with McGowan, a daughter determined to rebel, a girl she could not always watch while working to support her family.
She just didn't always make the best, decisions, but I feel like it was only because she was young, not because she was just bad and, too much out of control.
Menard said she had hoped to be reunited with her daughter and was working with the court for that to happen. She spoke to Christine every day, but on November 9th, she never got a call from her. Almost a week after, the director of Christine's group home told her she was dead.
I do want answers because I feel that, she was at home with me and was found dead at a park somewhere. Law enforcement, everyone you can think of would be on me.
This mother is looking for answers. Now, we've made some calls on her behalf to the Miami-Dade Police Department, who's investigating this. They say that this investigation has just begun. They had nothing to report to us. And we also have a call in to the Department of Children and Families. They said they will get back to us when they know more. Of course, we will stay on top of this. Live in Miami, Nikki Mohan, Local 10 News.
What's up? It's your guy Dawson from D&D TV. Thank you all for tuning in. I just wanted to have some remarks on this particular case, the Christine McGowan case. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I was, a DCF case manager. So I've worked with kids in the foster care system as well as with the attorneys, their families and things like that. So, I that's like old stuff for me. But with this particular case, I just got tired of seeing news over the past 3 years of kids just dying in the foster care system, kids getting caught up in sex trafficking. And my thing is is the system supervising these kids? Are the case managers on their job? I mean, anybody who gets into this field can tell you that this is it's a very exhausting field. I mean, you are literally responsible for these kids as a case manager supervisor, as an agency. If anything happens to these kids, it's on that agency. It falls on the case manager. It falls on, the supervisor. So how this girl was just basically found dead and nothing has been done. And all we have is just the police telling us that we're doing an investigation, and Department of Children is saying the same thing. We're trying to figure out what's going wrong. That's not enough for me. That's not enough for me. And, I've often told, parents who were on my caseload, I don't want your kids in foster care. Your kids don't need to be in foster care. Your kids need to be with you. But responsibility falls on both parts. Yes, the foster care system needs to protect these kids. If you're going to take them out of their house, protect the kids. Make sure they don't have, medical neglect or abandonment or abuse and sexual abuse while they're in the foster care system. That's a job y'all need to do. But for the parents, you got to do everything within your power to make sure you're well equipped to have children and to take care of these children. These children didn't ask to come here. And then they suffer because parents sometimes, in my opinion, get caught up and, have kids that they can't take care of. Right now, it's almost Christmas, and I'm working with families now, women who have, 6 and 7 kids, no man in the house. And they're up here looking at us like we're supposed to provide Christmas presents. And it's like, you shouldn't have had that many kids. You have to count up the costs in order to take care of kids. And it's just sad that, and I'm just going to say this is how I feel. It's sad that people go out there and they do things. You go out there and you have a bunch of sex. You do everything you want to do under the sun and then want somebody to take care of your responsibility. Your children are your responsibilities. And I'm not just saying that in the case of this particular case of Christine McGowan and her mom, but, you know, fault can fall on the mother too. Why was this girl in foster care system all this time? You know, I know she had a baby at 14, but I mean, she's 17 in the foster care system. One more year, she would have aged out. So I just, this is just very sad. And it's just been, it seems like this is a constant thing that has been going on for the past couple of years with kids, you know, falling victim to abuse sexually and physically, and also kids dying within the foster care system. And it's just bringing up the question, like, what the hell is going on? If you're going to pull these children out of their house, take them away from their family, then make sure they're protected when they're in the system. It's your guy Dawson from D&D TV. Peace.